Hi guys, Advanced Computing here. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create your own number guessing game in Python 3.8.3. So I'll show you what the number guessing game is at the end. First, we're going to go ahead and write the code. So this number guessing game will have a computer which will randomly choose a number from a range of two numbers that you have given it, just like my previous video where I showed you how to create a random number generator in Python. That will be included in this project. After the computer has chosen a random number from the range of numbers you've given it, then it will ask you to guess what the number is, and it will give you a certain amount of tries. So you can actually tweak the difficulty of this game in many ways. And let's just show you how. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to import random, because we are going to be using the random.randint function again, and we are going to define the function now. We're going to call it let's call it random, let's call it number guessing game actually. Very good. And it's not going to take any arguments. All right, now it is going, so the first thing we have to do is we have to start off the same way that we did with the random number generator. So it's going to take in an input, and it's going to ask the user to enter. We're going to have to ask it to enter the range of random numbers for you to guess. So all right, and full stop, and then \n to start a new line. Lowest number goes here. All right, so they're going to type the lowest number there. So num1 will be the lowest number, and then num2 is going to be the highest number. All right, so here we go. Let's do colon and space like this. Okay, always leave a gap, because then there'll be a gap for them to write their number. It just looks much neater. So make sure to leave a gap here, or a space. Okay, the next thing we have to do is now we have to tell the computer to randomly choose a number. So that's what the third number is going to be. Num3 is going to be random.randint, and it's going to be obviously selected from num1, between num1 and num2. So it's going to be in between those two numbers. All right, and now we actually get to start to tell the user what they have to do. We're going to give the user a specific number of guesses, and to do that we have to create a for loop. So I'm just going to write for I in range, and whatever you put inside this range will be the number of guesses they have. So if we put 5, they'll have 5 guesses. So if we put 3, they'll have 3 guesses. For now, I'm just going to leave it at 5, and we're going to go ahead and go into that loop. Okay, so now number 4 is going to be whatever the user inputs. So whatever they input is going to be turned into an int, and it's going to be stored as the number 4. Okay, enter the number you guessed. All right, here we go. That's it. So number 4 is now the number that the user has guessed. Okay, and now we're going to have an if statement here. So if number 4 is equal to number 3, then that's it. They've already guessed the number, because remember, number 3 was the number the computer guessed, number 4 was the number the user guessed. So if it's equal to this, then you can just print well done, you guessed the number. All right, but after this, we don't want the for the for loop to continue running. So we're going to break this code now after here. So all we have to do is write break, and yeah, then it goes over to here. Okay, so now we're going to have another if, but it's going to be else if. And now what other possibilities are there? Well, if the number is exactly what the computer guessed, then you win, obviously. If it's lower, then we need to ask the computer to tell the user whether they've got the number lower or higher. So you'll see what I mean here. So if number 4 is greater than number 3, so greater than number 3 here. Then obviously we want the computer to print uh, that number is higher than what I guessed. Okay, and then we can ask it to please pick a lower number. Okay, very good. So that's what it's going to print when we have chosen a number that's too high. All right, it's going to ask me to choose a lower number. All right. In fact, we can change the wording here to be a bit more accurate. Please enter a lower number. So it's going to enter lower number, and that will keep going. So let's say, for example, number 3 is 2, and number 4 that I've selected, I've put 3. It's going to go here. It's going to print this, and it's going to go back up here, and it's going to print this again to make me guess another number. So I can go do else if again. Else if num4 is less than num3, then I can ask it to print, and this time all I have to do is copy this and change the wording just a bit. So I can copy this. That number is lower than what I chose. Please enter a higher number, like so. There we go. Okay, now that would be good, but what happens if they run out of guesses? They need to know that they've run out of guesses. So we're going to go ahead and leave this for loop here. So you can see we've come outside the for loop, and we're just going to write if num, ready? We're going to write if num3 is not equal to num4, then, so basically if they still haven't guessed what it is, and if they still haven't been able to do it, then after all of their guesses have run out, we're just going to have to ask them to like leave the game. So we have to print, sorry, you've run out of guesses. And yeah, that really should be it. I think that is the number guessing game in Python 3.8.3. I can show you how it works now. So let's go ahead and try it out. So you'll notice this first bit is literally my random number generator, and then here in the bottom I've added some bits that the user can actually interact with the computer, because the random number generator, all it does is generate a number, but here this is more advanced because now we're actually playing a game with the computer after it's generated this random number. So let's play this game now. So number guessing game, and it doesn't take any arguments. So lowest number, let's make it easy. Let's do 1 to 5 first, all right? Enter the number you guessed. Well, I'm going to do 3. That number is higher than what I chose. Please enter a lower number. Well, then I'll enter 1. That number is lower than what I chose. Please enter a higher number. So then I'm going to write 2, and it should be 2. There you go. It says, well done, you guessed the number, and then it breaks the code. Okay? So you can see here, because I've written break, it breaks it. Otherwise, it would keep going, and it would ask me this again. So let's try it with something harder now. So here we go. We'll again go from 1, but this time we'll go to 10. And I'm going to choose 5. It's lower. Okay, so now I'm going to choose 7. It's lower. Okay, so then it must be 9. Lower. Okay, so then it must be 10. There we go. So that is the number guessing game in Python 3.8.3 using the random number generator and then adding a for loop and if statements after it. Thank you guys for watching. Please go ahead and try this code for yourself. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. We're almost at 100 subs. That's all for now, guys. Goodbye.